call the December 12, 2019 Coffee County Board of Education regular meeting to order. And the first thing we'll do, we'll have our pledge of allegiance with NJROTC Commander Milka Ramirez from Coffee High School.
Forward, march, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, eagle, halt, right, face, hand, salute. I pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Ready, two, right, face, forward, march, left, right, left, left, right, left, right, left, right, eagle. Halt.
And Mary has also had Ms. Torres with her tonight. Appreciate her. Invocation tonight will be given by Pastor Sandy Conley from Long Hill United Methodist Church.
This is where
Yes, ma'am. Anyway you want to get that.
for all the years that I taught school, I don't know that I've addressed a soul. So, anyway, thank you for having me. I was thinking just today, another pastor and I were talking about how we have our people reach out into the communities and talking about what a ministry it is to serve. We can't be everywhere. I'm limited in the number of people that I reach, and yet it's y'all who are able to go out and you've got your own ministry. My last couple of years of teaching, I thought that I had found a ministry that I would always have with my students. I taught special needs kids, and I thought that was it. And once I had that peace, then God did call me to something else. But it was very special, the time we spend with our students and taking care of our teachers and all of our communities. So I want to say thank you and bless you for what you do. Won't you pray with me? Almighty God, we praise and thank you for this day. You've given us another opportunity to appreciate life and to fulfill our mission as your instruments of peace and progress. Please pardon us for our shortcomings. Help us to admit our mistakes and be willing to act upon the solutions that you give us. May we learn to live our lives in ways that lead our children and young people to be strong members of our community. Bless tonight's meeting. Guide us in our discussions, enlighten our minds in every decision that we make. Give us your grace that we may effectively do our parts as public servants. Bless our plans, programs, and projects so that we may achieve our objectives for the growth of our students and for your greater glory. Let everything we discuss here be in alignment with your word, and may we speak with humility when presenting our ideas. God, we now ask for your blessing on our students, teachers, staff, employees of the Coffee County School System, and on this Board of Education. May your peace fill this meeting. In Jesus' name we believe and pray. Amen.
Amen.
I did not mention that, but you're going to send these out to everybody. The Ministerial Association will be having a revival in January, the 5th through the 7th, 6 o'clock each night, and it will be at the middle school. We thank the school for allowing us to do that, but please come, and we're praying for it.
That's kind of total appreciation for doing that.
Thank you
Thank
so
you very
much.
And I will say, in case you haven't noticed, I am not Miss Miller. She is out with the flu tonight, so she said she could come when she started feeling better, but I told her we'd be okay. Everybody had time to look at the agenda. We have a motion to adopt the agenda. Any changes need to be made?
I move we adopt the agenda as presented.
Second.
Got a motion second. All in favor? All right, Dr. Reese.
Thank you. And welcome to everybody here tonight. We appreciate you sitting in for Ms. Miller and appreciate all of our board members being here tonight. The cold and flu season is certainly going around, and I appreciate everybody who is here, because I know that everybody's dealing with different circumstances, and it's just good that we can have everybody here, including our visitors that we've got. Our young people who are here representing the show choir and the band, and some of the parents who are here, and we just appreciate you participating. So our agenda, of course, we've already adopted that, and under leadership capacity, we have the school's mission and vision, and our mission is destination graduation for college, career, and life, and our vision is to create a stronger community through an equitable and excellent education for every student. Notice we talk about equitable and excellent for every student. We want every boy and girl that attends school in Coffee County to have a chance at an excellent education. So we appreciate everything that everybody does to work towards that mission and vision. Learning capacity. Tonight we have a special recognition involving our fine arts program. And we're fortunate to have a wonderful band and choral program, and we have our band director and choral director here tonight as part of our special recognition. So at this time, Ms. Clayton, if you want to come forward and lead us in this recognition.
Board members, I am honored to recognize first the two educators that we have here tonight. So Andy Myers, Steve Myers, Mr. and Mrs. Myers, if you would please come forward, I'd like to share some thoughts about you. And I've worked with them for so long. I have to say they are so humble, and there's a lot of times we never know all of the accomplishments of their students. You sometimes have to drag it out of them, as I did this evening. Yes, in our fine arts department, our Coffee High Band, our choral program. First, I'd like to talk about the Coffee High Band, certainly under the direction of Mr. Myers. They continue to make us proud with their performances, and we're proud to say, yes, we're from Coffee County and they're part of us. Just this fall at the Empire Classic in Statesboro, Georgia, the band earned superior ratings from every judge. The competition band performed in the Silver Division Class 2A and again received superior ratings for each area. The color guard, auxiliary, percussion, and band won best in class, and they also placed first in the Silver Division. At the Sound of Silver Invitational in Blackshear, Georgia, the competitive group received all superior ratings from all judges once again. Percussion, auxiliary, and band were best in class and first place in Class 2A. Just recently, 5 students were selected for the All-District Jazz Ensemble. Felix Tinagero on trumpet. And all of these are here tonight or no?
No, it's a long story, but the middle school is having a concert as we speak, and several of them have brothers and sisters, so they're at the concert with them.
That they can listen to the
Yes,
recording
ma'am.
and hear their name. They are Felix Tinagero, who was on trumpet, Isaiah Artiga?
Artiga, yes, ma'am.
Artiga, first chair, trumpet, Bennett Bush.
Bennett is here.
His proud father, I know he's here, is one of our educators, on guitar. Dominique Taylor, the trap set. Pardon me?
He's drummer.
Drummer,
Yes,
okay.
ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Joseph Deloach, first chair, alto sax. All of the students who auditioned were selected, and many more will be selected for the all-district, all-region, and likely all-state concert bands by the time we come back second semester. So, I would like the band students to come up with the trophies
Please.
first and let you introduce them, and we'll
Very
continue
good.
with choral.
Thank you. Y'all.
Y'all bring those great big
Bring
trophies up
some
here
balloons.
sometime.
Well, there are 14 more that we didn't worry about. But these are
I'm
actually
telling
bigger
you, they're
ones.
humble, y'all, they're humble.
It was a good fall for us.
These are the biggest.
Great job.
Beauty first. Jackie Torres is one of our auxiliary folks who was the captain this year. To her left is Cayman Hersey, our French horn section leader. Connor Adams. Next on the other side of her is one of our fine trumpet seniors, and Bennett Bush was our drum major. Has been and continues to be a great leader for us. Did a really fine job, and I'm very proud of their effort. And these are just several of the leaders, but there are quite a few that could not be here tonight because of the schedule. But real proud of them. It was a good fall for us. And we have a lot of work to do. Saturday, there were district honor band auditions in Blackshear, and no, I'm sorry, not Blackshear. We go to Appleton County for this month. Yeah, sorry. Concert Tuesday night, Christmas concert. We managed to get that done with the extended football season. So it's been a while since I've been able to do one, but I'm looking forward to that. And they're mine too, I'm going to claim them. Two of my fine band students are some of the very good choral people who are about to be recognized, and because they're my oboe section, I want to brag on them because they, not only are they fine band students, but they were selected for the All-State Choir. But I'll let Ms. Myers finish that.
I did want to add, assisting Mr. Myers at the high school is Alex Cruz, and of course Mrs. Myers helps also, and our middle school band directors, Corey Hobson, David Arambolo, and our chorus director, Caitlin Moore. And if you happen to be at the Christmas parade this past weekend, you would have heard both the middle school and high school bands perform. And Mr. Myers shared with me that with 2 trains coming through town, I was there, I remember, that they stopped the parade, and you have to talk and share things, that his students had a big time freestyling as they waited. And it lasted so long that they had time to do the band chant and an extra percussion cadence, so it'll be hard to top that. Do y'all want to do any of that? Sorry, I missed that. It all went by. In addition to our band, we would also like to talk about our choral program, and they, as recently as, an hour or 2 ago, they were singing at the landings, so they took time to come be with us tonight. But they sing everywhere, and again, we're so proud to say they're part of Coffee County Schools. Our show choir is known not only throughout Coffee County, but throughout the state of Georgia and beyond. Their performances have taken them to Jekyll Island for the statewide Professional Association of Georgia Educators Conference and the statewide 4-H meetings at Rock Eagle. They have earned numerous awards such as Best in Class and Superior Rating at the Panama City Beach Music Festival, and Superior Ratings and Grand Champion at Orlando Fest, which took place at Universal Studios in Orlando, Florida. The choral program also had a group selected to perform the national anthem for the Atlanta Hawks. This fall, Kaylee Martinez and Gracie Myers, and yes, she is the daughter of Tanya and Steve, were selected by audition for the Georgia Music Educators Association All-State Reading Choir and the All-State Chorus. And I want to tell you how special that is. The All-State choirs are very difficult to make, but the All-State Reading Choir is made up of only the top 100 singers from the entire state. The mixed choir achieved superior ratings at the state evaluation in performance as well as sight reading. And this past summer, the girls trio of Zaria Moore, Kaylee Martinez, and Gracie Myers went to Macon, Georgia for the state literary meet and placed first in our region and 4th in the state. We were fortunate several months ago to have these young ladies perform here for our school board meeting. Most recently, our show choir performed at the opening ceremonies of the Georgia School Board Association's annual conference, and I know our school board members were beaming with pride when they were up there performing. We are very fortunate to have the talented Mr. and Mrs. Myers, who have been a part of our district for over 25 years. Having worked in other systems prior to Coffee County, together they have over 30 years of experience. And what is really special is many of their former students have gone on to major in music and become educators or performers in their own right. And I have to add too, So many times throughout the years, I've asked them to help me with things, and they never say no. And I know how busy they are, and they always make it work, and I appreciate that. Girls and young men, if you'd like to come up too, and you can introduce your choir. Don't be shy, girls and boys. I know.
Brantley Harper is one of our basses in show choir. Jada Thomas, Tavion Williams, Kenzie Adams graduates this year, Kaylee Martinez, and Gracie Myers. And we were going to sing you all a song, but it kind of fell apart a while ago, so we're going to refrain from doing that and hopefully just surprise y'all one night and come and sing for you.
Please do. We would love
Thank
that. And Dr. Leese has a special surprise for both of you.
Yeah, just a little certificate of appreciation for what you all do for our fine arts program, both the band and the choral program. Miss Tanya Myers, thank you for what you do.
Yes, sir.
And Mr. Steve Myers, thank you for what you do. Appreciate you.
God bless you.
Yes, sir. All right.
And if y'all want to squeeze in and we'll get a picture. I think I can get everybody, Dr. Leese, and jump in. Take one. Very good. Thank y'all so much. I'm so proud of you.
We'll have to say while y'all are exiting, we enjoyed the Brothers of Stillwell choral group at this GSBA conference, but I had several folks ask if y'all were, Coffee County was going to be back for Savannah, so they really enjoyed that performance. So.
Thank you.
Thank you all.
All right, the next item on the agenda is the consent agenda, and we discussed the consent agenda at our work session prior to this meeting. We had our minutes from last month on the consent agenda, our financial report for this month on the consent agenda, our 2020 board meeting dates. With those changes, would they be reflected in the document that's attached here? All right, so I'm going to pull that up and just make sure. Let's see, that will be the April 23, yep, and the June 25. So that's what we discussed in the work session. Looks good. All right. And then we also have the policy revision of EEF, competitive foods, some terminology that was changed in that policy. And then out-of-state travel. If it pleases the board, I would ask the board to approve the consent agenda.
Motion.
I move we accept the consent agenda.
Second.
Discussion.
I appreciate y'all with those dates. Thank you.
All in favor?
Item number 8 on our agenda is the crisis alert system. The governor's office released $30,000 for each school in the state of Georgia 6 months ago. We have been working with our principals and with our staff at our schools to identify how we would use those funds. We have already begun hardening our facilities with entryway, electronic entryway points, and camera systems are already being upgraded using eSplosh dollars. So we certainly appreciate our community working with the school board to approve the eSplosh. And so we've been hardening facilities, putting up fencing, putting up bullet-resistant glass in some of the areas of the campuses, the entryways and such as that, and improving facilities. But one area that we wanted to work on, and with this grant funding from the governor's office, we're going to improve our alert system. We are asking the board to approve tonight the purchase of the Centegic system. And this system will allow anyone on our campus who is an employee, who has a badge, to be able to alert in the event of a crisis. So this will put essentially a panic button in the hand of every employee on every one of our campuses that, if it is activated, would create lighting and strobe lights that would indicate that there was a crisis, would also communicate with law enforcement officials and school officials to indicate there is a crisis, and would also pinpoint the exact location of the crisis on the map of the school for school administration and law enforcement to be able to use to get to the situation as quickly as possible. There's also a covert alert that can be sent. The teacher or the staff member can covertly mash the badge and send out a covert alert that no one would know about except for that teacher or that staff member, but the administration could be alerted in the case of something that just didn't require a total lockdown of the campus, but required immediate attention from administration or possibly law enforcement or even first responders. If a teacher had a health issue, say a heart attack or something, they could alert the staff for help using their badge. So we think this will complement the other things we've been doing to help us create more layers of security for our children and our staff. So we're asking the board to approve the Centegic's purchase.
Motion.
I move we accept the proposal from Centegic's.
Second.
Second.
Discussion. All in favor?
Thank you. The next item on the agenda is 9 audio enhancement system. We have been working on renovations at Coffee High. We started the process over a year and a half ago with heating and cooling renovations, and we are halfway through the heating and cooling renovations at Coffee High School. That building is now, believe it or not, 25 years old. And so we are eligible for state funding up to $1.2 million, and state reimbursement will go towards the renovations at Coffee High School. So we are receiving state funding for the renovations themselves, the HVAC and some of the other things. We put out for bid phase 2 of the renovations last month, and the board accepted the contract for renovations at Coffee High School. We are asking the board to approve the purchase tonight as part of that renovation, the audio enhancement system. The audio enhancement system will place a camera in every classroom that can be activated by the teacher using the lanyard, the instrument that will be on their lanyard. It's a microphone, so they can activate a camera in their classroom anytime they want to, and it will be recorded and could be reviewed by administration, could be reviewed just by the teacher. If they just want to look at their teaching performance and improve their teaching, they can use that video however they want to. So they will control the video camera in their classroom. They will also have an audio component to it where their voice will be projected throughout the classroom through a series of speakers that will be mounted in the ceiling. So the teacher's voice will be projected, and there will be video of what's going on in the classroom if the teacher chooses to video the class at that time. There's also a connection to the office, so the office could be notified if there's a need for the office to get involved with something in the classroom. So this audio enhancement system will provide audio and video in the classrooms, but there will also be their bell system. So with those speakers that are installed in every classroom, the bell will work in each classroom, and also the intercom system. So the office can call each classroom using this entire audio enhancement system. So we're asking the board, as part of the renovations, to approve the audio enhancement system at Coffee High School.
Do we have a motion and a second to approve the audio enhancement system at Coffee High?
I'll put a motion that we approve the audio enhancement system.
We have a motion, we have a second.
Second.
Any discussion?
I do. Is this, I'm sorry. Yeah, I know in the work session, we discussed the capacity for this system to be expanded across the county at some point. Just wanted to put it out on the record that we'll look at that.
Yes, sir. We will certainly continue to, we will look at what it would take to expand it throughout the rest of the district.
Any more discussion? All in favor?
All right. Thank you. And we certainly appreciate your support on those items. We're confident that both of those items are going to help transform our district in different ways. One through more security, and one through security and instructional improvement throughout the high school. So we're really excited about this. I think this is going to create our high school after these renovations is truly going to be a state-of-the-art high school, and will be a facility that people from all areas will want to come see and see what's going on at Coffee High School. So thank you. I have no need for an executive session. Personnel was presented in the work session, and we discussed the personnel list in an executive session. I would ask the board to approve the personnel list as presented.
Got a recommendation?
I move we accept the personnel recommendations this evening.
Have a second? Second. Discussion? All in favor?
All right, thank you. That's all I have, Mr. Chairman.
All right, well, that's all we've got. If you got anything else, meeting is adjourned. Board member comments, anybody got anything? Merry Christmas. You made it too. Made it through.
This is the last month of the decade.
Wow.
Yeah. And according to the Fulmer's Almanac, it's the 12th, and it's the full moon, and the full moon hits at 12 midnight for the absolute capacity full moon. And interesting note, 12 people have walked on the moon.
Wow. All right.
Wish everybody happy holidays.
Yes, ma'am.
Second what Ms. Wilson said, Merry Christmas to everybody, happy holidays, everybody be safe, enjoy your time off, and get back to it in January.
Yes, sir. We're ending the first semester. We want to tell everybody thank you for a successful first semester of school, and students will be taking final exams. If they haven't already taken them, they'll be taking them this coming week. And we just want to thank all of our faculty, our staff, everybody, our entire community, our board, for a successful first semester, and we'll welcome everybody back in January. Thank you.